Hi, this is Fluffy the Destroyer and welcome to my channel. I'm going to show you how to play The Crew in 60 FPS per second instead of 30 FPS, which is kind of really silly and odd given that this is a racing game. But it's really easy to do, so let's start immediately. So you open up Windows Explorer, you go to your documents here, and inside documents you're going to have a folder called The Crew. You go inside, then you go on pcscalability.xml. This is the file that you need to modify. So you open it up. You're going to have a value here, FPS. It's supposed to be at 30, but mine is already at 60. So you just set it to 60. You save it. You quit. You right click on it. Properties, and you just make sure there's a check mark on read only. Then you click on OK. So if you start the game, it should be on 60 frames per second. If it ever happens that you're back to 30 frames per second, like for example you've messed with the VSync or too much with the anti-alias, which is really possible, then it's going to revert back to 30. But if that's the case, all you have to do is just quit the game. Well, first of all, you just make sure that you got the right settings in the game, so make sure that you've got the settings correct and to your liking. As soon as you do that, you quit the game, you come back here, you right click again, you open it, then you're going to change the FPS from 30 to 60 again, and you just right click again, you go on properties, and you put a check mark on read only. That's it. I think it may happen if you have an update, possible, but I've seen some updates like this one from today. There was an update today and it didn't revert me back to 30 frames a second. So if that's the case, like, all you have to do is just quit the game and everything. But before you quit the game and it reverts back to 30, you could delete this file, start the game. It's going to create a new configuration file, and you just have to quit the game. Well, you just have to change your configurations to the way you want. Then you quit the game and you do the whole thing again. So how does it work, or how does it look? Let's take a look inside the game. And we're back in the game. Alright, what can I say about this? Well, it is kind of 60 frames a second, but the thing is, oops, depending on your settings here, and oh my god, I suck. It really depends. I mean, if you're using anti-alias FXAA, no problem. But if you ever use anything else like MSAA or TXA or something, it's not gonna work. It's gonna be from 35 to 60 frames a second here. It's gonna be bad, really, really bad. So the game is just not optimized to have 60 frames a second. Well, that's where my disappointment and I would say my rage and my rant is coming from, because right now I'm really disappointed and I'm seriously pissed off. It pisses me off. It's a game, it's a racing game, for God's sake. It's supposed to be like 60 frames a second, especially with this one here. And I don't care if there's going to be a lot of people here online. I really don't. To me, that's not an excuse. Other games exist which has the same thing. Or the same, I would say what? Type of, so where do I go here? Same type of thing. Like, look at PlanetSide 2 here. It's the same thing. It has really big maps. Now let me choose Chicago here. It has, like, really big maps. And, like, for example, if you go to an outpost, you're going to have, like, 200 people there. Look at EVE Online. It's almost the same thing. Huge galaxy with lots of solar systems. And you can, like, you can go in Jeddah or into some nullsec set, well, let's say in Jeddah, and you can have, like, over 2,000 people. And in nullsec, for example, if you want to fight because you're in a alliance, you can ask the company CCP to say them to tell them, listen, we're gonna have a fight over this system, and there's gonna be that. It's gonna be at that time. There's gonna be that number of people. So, oh crap. Oh, come on, man. Why didn't you die? Not that I don't want to kill you, but still. It would be nice to see some blood. And CCP will turn around and will fix their network infrastructure to work with you. And why am I whoops. Ah, forget it. And for this one here, they don't give a rat's ass about it. To me, that's a total lack of respect for me, because I've got a system here which is way stronger than a console. Sorry, but that's the truth. Consoles are just old today, like the nets are like the supposedly next gen. They're already old right now. I'm sorry, but that's the truth. And what do? Nothing. They just release a game, 30 frames a second for this thing, and they don't give a crap about us. So there's a couple of things that PC gamers like. They like 60 frames a second. Why? Because in this one, it's really useful. First-person shooters as well. There are some games, though, that don't need it. I really understand, like adventure games. I would say RPG to some extent. Strategy games, probably. But this racing game? Come on, man. Look at the graphics. I know it's not the best, but it's still, I mean, beautiful enough. Acceptable, I would say. 30 frames a second, for me, that's unacceptable. And don't give me crap about the cinematic experience. Shut up. That's bullshit. Stop lying to yourself. Come on. Yeah, I should press A. And I'm just disappointed. I do get the occasional stuttering. As far as I can tell, if I use like I said here before, let's see. If I use the FXAA, or if I use anything other than FXAA, it's going to be bad. So I have to use FXAA. So I go down in image quality and all to have greater frame rate. Yeah, this is shitty. Really, really shitty. Well, my name's Fluffy the Destroyer. If you did like this video, just click on subscribe, rate, and comment. Even if it's negative, I'm willing to accept it. Just make sure it's constructive. I can learn. Anyway, see you later.